Test, test,
Red
test.
is hot. Red is hot.
You listening? No. Should I? I think I should actually.
We
Yeah,
do. We need a new sound guy.
Test, 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 test.
Oral B ad class.
You know what? Someone's going to want to do great songs. Yeah.
That's at least my taste.
Yep.
So, I will say my first impression with the jersey committee is that for the finals, rolling out looked like they're from fucking District 5 with these ragtag jerseys. Unacceptable. We need some playoff jerseys. Playoff whites.
Agreed.
And Trent needs a little more hang on his cage. He's looking too old. Needs that Macklin Celebrini hang. You hear?
Macklin Celebrini? It's pretty good.
Not as good as Trent. How close you got to get for
I can hear you perfectly fine. Boy.
from here?
Yeah, because normally I'm like,
You don't have to. You
I know.
Fuck out.
What's
Good?
that?
Let's go.
We're live from Hazelwood Park, Viking Ice Arena. Tim D'Onofrio here, play-by-play with my co-host, extremely fashionable, handsome Paul Biliti. How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Tim. Another year that neither one of us is out on the ice for this game. This is becoming a terrible habit that we've got to overcome.
But I will say I have to be good at this because otherwise I'm running out of positions in this ice rink to suck at. Pretty soon I'm going to be running the concessions. So hopefully this goes well or else I'm out of a job.
Well, Tim, game one of the 2024 best of three Stanley Keg Finals pits the really wire-to-wire first-place team, the mighty Whalers, against the Troy Otto-led North Stars, who finished in second place, ran through the playoffs, and we got the best two teams on the ice to play win two games to win the Keg.
Yeah, no major upsets. I mean, these beginning to end were the best two teams in our league. Most balanced rosters, most top-end goaltending. So no surprise that they're here, and we're looking forward to a good best-of-3 matchup.
So, little history on these guys for the year. We play each team 3 times, and these guys went 2 wins to the Whalers, 1 win to the North Stars. A week 3, 4, 5 early in the season, the Whalers dispatched them 3 or 4 to 1. 6 weeks later, North Stars got back 3-2. And then in an absolute shellacking, about week 14, 15, or 16, the Whalers handed them their ass at 7-0.
Yeah, that was a pretty heavy subbed-up game, correct? Or just sub-intensive game?
There were 4 subs, but I have it on good authority that this definitely was setting the tone for a future playoff matchup, which we have now.
I love it.
So yep.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, both these teams were at the top of the class the entire year. They pretty much easily made it through the playoffs so far. They finished 1-2, so had byes in the first week. Then they went into a 2-0 series for the North Stars and a 2-1 series for the Whalers.
Who did North Stars play in that?
North Stars had the Nordiques. Who were feisty in that, but just couldn't match the firepower. The front end, their front end loaded with Sugar and Trent, just couldn't handle them. So they squeaked by the Deeks. Whalers, the only time they've had pressure on them all year was they did go to Game 3. I think it was against the Seals. The Americans.
Yeah.
Led by Tim D'Onofrio. Forced them to Game 3. They were able to squeak by you guys in a hard-fought game. Which now just pencils in the finals here, North Stars Whalers.
Yeah, this is, I mean, as much as I think everybody was rooting for the Americans, the darlings of the league, I think this is really the matchup everybody wanted. This is the best on best, and I think we're in for a good show. I would say this year with Sugar getting snubbed down in the 6th overall pick, outside of squirting water on Patty's laptop and probably going into the penalty box to start the game, he's really been a man on a mission this year, and you can tell when he's got a supporting cast, he's unmet. I will say that we've got league darling and favorite auto contestant, captain coach Reggie Dunlop of the Whalers, Troy Otto. I'm going to step out so you guys can get an interview in.
So, exclusive pregame interview with the lauded, really patriarch of this league, Troy Otto. Troy, as captain of the North Stars, we'll really look at your roster, and most of your players have already played in a Stanley Keg final or have won a Stanley Keg themselves. So it probably calms their nerves. So how have you motivated this team, your team, during this playoff run?
Thanks for being here, Ben. And one of these days we're gonna win. We're gonna get a keg.
I hope so.
Yeah, we're first things first. I gotta say hi to my wife and kids at home, tuning in, streaming it, and then I got a couple of my buddies, my kids that I coach, Jackson Sipe, tuning in. I told him I'd give him a shout out. And but as far as the game goes, like, we're ready to go, and we're just taking, like, no pressure. Just enjoy the moment, embrace it, and be ready to go.
So Troy, traditionally you're kind of the boisterous leader of the North Stars, right? So how has acquiring this unparalleled hockey mind of Brian Piercy as your co-GM changed your coaching style, or has it?
It's really taken a lot of the pressure off. Everyone knows the trusted voice of MNL. Is world-renowned for his hockey knowledge, so it's allowed me to just focus on playing my game and let Piercy make all the tough decisions.
Well said, Coach. So the Sugar-Trent duo that you guys have been fantastic all year. We know that they're going to lead this team, but which North Star do you see coming out and giving an overall great performance that is unheralded, but you're counting on?
Yeah, so obviously, when we beat the Nordiques in Game 2, I wasn't able to be there thanks to my loving brothers. But I of course watched the game on Live Barn, and I thought Matt Guma was a tear out there for check-in. So there's no question we feel like we have the best 11th rounder in the league. So definitely counting on him. And then I drafted Dave Rutkowski for the playoffs. You know, he's a big, strong guy, playoff performer, so I'm counting on him.
A couple more quick questions. How do the North Stars shut down Slick Rick and Jay Flo?
Team effort, baby. Keep them to the outside, keep the feet moving. Don't give them a free run at the defenseman, and communicate in the defensive zone.
Last question real fast. Is it true that there's a gentleman's bet that if the Whalers win the series, Goose gets to come to the Otto family Thanksgiving party?
Goose has always been invited. We always take in the unfortunate or lose.
Hey, have a good game.
Thanks, buddy.
Good job.
Go North Stars.
Good luck, Coach.
We need it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're a minute and a half from puck drop. Again, here setting up Game 1 of the 2024 MNL Best of 3 Stanley Keg Series. The second place North Stars traveling to Hazel Park Olympic Arena, playing the home team, the wire-to-wire first place team, the mighty Whalers.
What season is this? Is this 8?
2, 4, 6, 7. This is season 8.
Season 8. Now, historically, what do these franchises look like? I mean, who's got more wins?
Wow, we'd have to go back in the record books and the annals of the record books for that. But I can tell you, Turtle, that both franchises do have a Stanley Keg banner raised.
That must be nice. That must be very nice.
They've each reached the pinnacles that we've never reached before of beer league hockey euphoria.
All right, just under a minute till puck drop.
So a couple more things I want to ask you, Turtle, is the keys to the game. Keys to Game 1. I have 3 things. Give me your comments on these. Key number 1, each team needs to get off to a good start. Who's it more important for?
So I will definitely say this one is going to be on goaltending. So the keys to a good start is going to be on the Whalers. Because if Johnny G lets something in, he is the heart and soul. He's the anchor of that team. And if he lets one in, they lose all types of confidence. So the Whalers definitely need to get the first goal.
Second key of the game, scoring from unknown persons.
Unknown persons.
And when I say unknown, I say that with tongue in cheek. Because a guy for the Whalers like Simonelli had 8 freaking goals on the year.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely not getting the attention that he deserves, but I would definitely go with Simonelli. That's a great point. He's not a high draft pick, but he's been putting the puck in the net.
And then last key to the game, controlling the momentum. The Whalers seem to...
Everybody say hi to your refs.
Hey, keep it clean out there, boys. Keep it clean.
All you hockey moms out there, be nice to refs, all right?
Last key to the game, controlling the momentum. My impression, the Whalers can come in waves, and they'll circle and circle and circle and then pounce on you, and then they beam from that momentum, and they can score bunches.
Yeah, they definitely are a puck possession team. They're balanced top to bottom. Both these rosters really are, but they are definitely about puck possession. I will say if they can control Sugar Hardy right off the bat, that definitely puts them in a good spot. So hopefully they can make this a defensive battle and a fun game to watch.
So we love talking about our gritty guys, our guys with character, our Hal Dohertys, our Gumas, our Brian Pierceys, our Maffs, our Leroys. But let's talk about that top-end talent. We got number 1 and number 2 scoring in the league. We got Sugar and Rick.
Yeah, I mean, they're lined up right now. They're already jawing at each other. I have a feeling there's going to be some physical play. And if it's not one of those two, Guma's going to be in the box next to us pretty short. And we are tipped off. Got a shot in from Lepuje from the point. Raptor on the boards up to Rick. Trent's going to pick it up. Carefully out of the zone. Guma says, give me the puck. And they do, and it's in deep. Rick's really all over the ice. What do you think his mindset is going to the game here tonight, Ben?
I think he's going to try and lull him to sleep throughout the neutral zone. The North Stars are going to drop back a little bit, allow him to carry, and then send him into a corner just like that play there.
Yeah, once they get the... Oh,
Poudre up on there.
Sugar Hardy going in on one of the best defensemen in our league.
Whoa!
Great glove save.
Great 2-on-2. Nice crisscross through center ice. Over the line. You saw the way Lepudre squared up for that shot as a right-handed shot, squared up for that one-timer. Let us just an absolute clapper go. Huge glove save by Johnny G right off the bat.
Yeah, that's definitely not the first time we're going to hear about their defensive talent jumping into the play for both sides. Lepudre and Rubel, high-end offensive talent in this league.
Turtle, we haven't even talked about center iceman right now, Dave P., and what the year his guys had.
You know, you and I are probably in a similar boat, or equally got a freeze for Kayla in the corner. Equally rooting for and against him, knowing that if he wins a keg, that
there only 2 remain.
Yeah, there are only two remain.
2 long-standing guys without the keg remain. So definitely, you can feel almost the vibe in the arena as you walked in of the Dave P. curse.
Oh yeah,
but
people
I'm
don't
telling
want
you,
to talk about it.
You talk about the Dave P. curse. The way he's played this year and the enthusiasm and the confidence that he's played with, there's no curse. That's the last thing in his mind right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know Dave, if you ever talk to him for 5 seconds, there's not a lack of confidence ever.
There's a lack of teeth, but not confidence.
Brandon B dumps it back down into the corner. Luke Hughes, one of the Hughes brothers, clears it up the boards. And Dave P., like you mentioned, he's just everywhere.
Nice setup out front to Goose.
Troy gives a little nudge, and just like we expected. So if anybody had the square that Troy was going to end up in the box first, you just won $100.
Yep.
And we have our first penalty. And let me guess, is he going to argue the call?
Rather quietly, taking his medicine. Yeah, there's just a little chirp, but this wouldn't be a game with a game of stakes without him giving him a little bit of chin music.
So Otto obviously knows that his Lady Sting are at home watching the game, and he doesn't want to set a bad example, but just so you know, he is not happy with that call, and if he was on the bench, he'd be screaming at that ref right now.
Whalers with a deadly power play. They got the big shot from Rubel,
Great
blocked
block
out now.
by Trent.
But look at the guys they throw out there. You got a guy who does just nasty business out front with Hal Doherty. You got Slick Rick, and J-Flo's going to set everything up for him.
This started at 12:04.
J-Flow bringing the ice, puck up the ice, dumps it in, looking to get a couple guys down on there to get control, set up that deadly power play.
Now I will say that we've got Rubel out to Leroy, slips through his feet.
This could
and
be
I
trouble.
was just going to say that there's been a lot of shorthanded goals.
Look out for Trent coming late. Pass across, nice
good
play by
pass.
Rubel.
Rubel's great at that one-on-one D. Now here comes Rick breaking
4
it
on
down.
2, 4 on 2 the other way. Hale leading the charge, big blast from Slick Rick.
A lot of slap shots coming from Strick.
Math
looks like
sacrificed the body for that one, blocking that shot.
Veteran goalie move by Kayla. It looks like he's trying to kick the net off the post, get a whistle. Let's see if the refs recognize it.
Wow.
Oh, Rubel is hungry today. He's been ripping them from the point.
12:04, 10:04, Troy, 10:04. We got 50 seconds. Calm the fuck down.
Little discrepancy in the penalty box area.
Sugar controls the play. Rubel stops that, breaks it out to Rick. It looks like Rick's been out there for about 17 minutes now.
Yep, we've
Dumped
only
it
played
on down
4,
to
but he's been out there
J12.
for 17.
It's a long warm-up.
Rubel looks hungry out there. Expect something from Rubel tonight.
A little out of character for J-Flow. It looks like he's been cycling the zone for about 20 paces now. Mark up! Coach from the box. Oh, Goose in the corner.
Oh, boy!
Oh, my goodness.
J-Flow couldn't
Goose
put that in.
front.
It's in!
Oh, puts it in!
It's in!
And that's a goal. Looks like J-Flow was the one that able to push that one in. And Coach Otto is furious at the refs. Almost looked like he was going to give him a little bump there to let him know he didn't appreciate the call.
Well, the Whalers make good on their power play. Go up 1-0 5 minutes into the game. J-Flow banging down low. Got pucks on net. Put in the rebound.
Yeah, historically, those who strike first win. So good start for the Whalers. They can send a gift basket over to Coach Otto for taking that dumb penalty on Dave P. Goose brings it in. Snipe of a shot. Can't believe that guy saved that one. And there's your key to the game, Simonelli. Got a nice little shot down, and Coach Otto breaks it up, seeing if he can make up for his mistake. Dumps it in the far corner. Picked up by Tim Brawny. And the North Stars are going to start their cycle. Thrown out in front. Piercy with a shot from the half wall.
Blistering shot, just
Blistering
wide,
shot.
just wide.
I think we got the radar on that. That was in the high 90s. And it looks like we're going to get a clear ice from Sikorsky. Little break in play. So far, Ben, what have you seen?
I would say right now the advantage right now is Whalers, but the North Stars put them on that advantage by taking that penalty against Dave P. You know, the diminutive one, he attracts a lot of attention, but if you fly and flick him away like a little gnat, he goes away. But Troy wanted to run him through the back end zone, and then it cost him on the power play.
Yeah, I think he was trying to send a message to his team that it's a physical game, and you know, unfortunately, with his reputation of being a bit of a goon, that puts him in the box.
Nice
Udre
face-off
in the
win by
back right.
Guma.
Up to Trent. Trent gets it in deep. Sugar Sean Hardy putting on the pressure. Could have easily pinned Rick in the boards, but he's learned his ways. They're going to stay out of the box. Looks like Whalers are going for some disciplined hockey today.
North Stars going with the stud line, Trent and Sugar both together to match J-Flow and Slick Rick.
Yeah, and honestly, you put a guy like Guma on that line, throw him in front of the net where he loves to cause chaos, and that's been an awesome line all year. Wrap out to Rick, and he can't handle it. So far, it looks like the North Stars have been able to handle Rick pretty well, but you know that's not going to last forever.
I just had a update to the roster. That is not Kayla in net. That is Ryan Z in net. Apologies to the Ryan Z family. It's Pengrazi? What the hell? They changed goalies again. This is the third goalie that's played for the North Stars. I apologize to the Ryan Z family. I apologize to the Kayla family.
And the
that
entire
is
goalie community.
Pengrazi. I should have known.
Dave P comes in. Oh!
With the right-handed catcher, I should have known that. I apologize.
Oh, Dave P takes a dive. Simonelli camped out in front. Sikorsky keeps the puck in. dumps it down, and Goose goes into the corner where he can really do some damage. You don't want to go into the wall with somebody who used to play roller hockey. It is not safe.
Turtle, this is definitely playoff hockey. The stakes are up, and a lot more block shots already in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell in the regular season guys are getting out of the way, but today nobody wants to feel shame and let something go by. So
no, early December, mid-December, the dog days of MNL, no one even waves a stick in front of that defenseman shot. These guys are laying out face first and blocking shots in this game.
Yeah, you can tell there's a lot of bragging rights, a lot of pride on this, so I love it. Lining up in the face-off dot, we've got Dave P. and looks like Goose breaks 2-on-1. Piercy's a lockdown defender.
Simonelli's a sniper.
Oh! Simmer with a blistering shot, just a bit
tell you
wide.
what, Simmer is playing so well. I want to tell you guys that 3 players in this game are up for the MNL Dickey Award Breakout Player of the Year Award, including Vape, Rakowski, and Guma.
Oh my gosh, that's a great list, and all those guys definitely deserving. Piercy with a beautiful breakout to Troy Otto. Dave P with that 200-foot game. Great back check. In front
Good
to
shot.
Rod. Great save by
quality
Johnny G.
shot on net by Rakowski.
Oh, Goose with the breakout.
Goose taking a page out of Slick Rick's book and up a couple lines, almost Proctor-like. They're going to get him for too many men. Whalers are going in the sin bin. Too many men.
You got to be kidding.
North Stars power play, equally as good. Too many men, Whalers.
Wait, Whalers. Oh,
yep.
All right.
Too many men. Official Kevin Ortball's senior official for MNL for quite a while now. Vinny, I don't remember the rules. Are they allowed to send whoever they want, or does the gentleman have to be on the ice that they send to the box?
Technically, someone on the ice is to serve the penalty. We're going to go with Goose, though.
All right. I will say that the keeping the score is one of the most stressful jobs in the entire rink. These things are from back in the dinosaur age. They're not very user-friendly, so shout out to our tech crew for keeping the penalties going. Slick Rick breaks it in, and again, short-handed doesn't look so short-handed in MNL. When you're able to take one of your worst players off the ice,
good
and
quick
put him
shot.
in the box.
Goal!
Oh my goodness!
J-Flo again! He stole it. He picked the pocket of the defenseman who was lollygagging, carrying the puck up, turns it right back around, whips it past the glove hand of Pangrazi. The Whalers, short-handed. They're a special teams, phenomenal team. Go up 2-0 with 4 minutes to go in period number 1.
Yeah, shorty goal. That's definitely going to deflate the North Stars. You can tell they're on their heels right now. I don't know what Leroy's arguing with the ref about, but you get a shorty, you shut up and go and line up.
Absolutely. So 2-0 J-Flows, the flying J-Flows over the North Stars.
Rubel gets the puck back on D, floats it up to J-Flo, and you know they're going to kill the clock on this one. They're up 2 goals. Get ready for J-Flo to circle the ice about 37 times. And this is where that puck possession hockey really helps you out. You can slow the game down, keep the puck away from the other team's best players. Trent rolling in, coming in wide on Rubel. Ties it up in the corner.
That's a nice play by Rubel. If you can knock the puck away from Trent's long reach, that's a great play to keep it in a really non-accurate corner. Nice defensive play by Rubel there.
Yeah, he's definitely been one of the better lockdown defensemen all year. He's a pain to play against.
And a current nominee for to defend his title as Bobby Orr Defenseman of the Year, Dickey Orr.
Yeah. Lapoudre over to Brawny. Brawny tries to get it down to Trent. Broken up by Sikorsky. Gets it out of the zone.
Good clear. What are your thoughts about Sikorsky back on D?
I think you got to put him there. I mean, in our league, you only can play guys where you play them. You draft some two-way guys, hoping you can fit them in. And then he fits on their team.
Nice
He's gritty
pass
enough.
by Troy.
Sikorsky comes in, or excuse me, Rakowski. And I'll tell you what, it's not like the North Stars haven't had any shots, but Johnny G is just making it look easy out there.
Playing great, and he's played against 3 goalies tonight.
Yeah. Now that we know who he's playing against,
I apologize
who do you think
again.
has the edge?
Well, right now, with it being 2-0, I'll take Johnny G.
Yeah.
Nice pinch by Sikorsky.
Sikorsky and Brawny down in the corner.
Oh, nice one
Simmer.
time. Just playing with so much confidence, both of those guys.
Yeah, that's a great second line. You know, they're not looking to go out there and win it. They're just looking to play even hockey. And I'll tell you what, Rakowski is really looking good. Known for his goonsmanship. He's been putting the puck on the net. Dave P breaks it up and broken up by Brawny and an offside. Great play by Brawny.
just a little too fast on there. Just touch back on Rakowski. You heard the pregame interview with Troy Otto. He drafted Rakowski with one thing in mind, and it was the playoff time. He plays that gritty, grimy game, can score goals with the best of them, is feisty with the best of them. He's a guy you want on your roster in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, I'm sure most of the big guys are thinking if they piss him off, they're going to get a lumberjack to the shins. So it gets them second guessing about playing him too tight. That's playoff hockey now.
I think those North Stars got to get Sugar going. Sugar's come back, used a lot of energy defensively, but he needs to start wheeling with that puck.
Oh, Rubel breaking out of his zone.
Breaking ankles.
Gets it over to Rick. Rick's just going to cycle it down into the corner. Wraps it around to Sugar. And here comes Sugar with a little burst of speed. Trent breaking. Broken up by J-Flow. Oh, and a nice little spray by the North Stars. I think that's sending a message that they're still they're not out of it.
Anything to gain an edge. We're coming down the last 25 seconds in period number 1. 2-0 the score. Whalers over the North Stars.
J-Flow wins it back. Rick to J-Flow, nice little battle on the boards. Guma is just completely wallpapering. Coming out, but I will say that
5 seconds.
Prowess, 1, 2, and Rick is frustrated. All right, so one in the books. What do you think? Who had the edge in that one?
Wow, it's a 2-0 score is definitely the Whalers. I would say 5-on-5, game's even. But if the Whalers got an extra man or down a man, they're deadly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I know I've said it a couple times, but playing shorthanded in this league, you get one of your worst players off the ice, you play 4 best players, and everybody knows once you get the puck, we're gone, and they made them pay for it.
I will say a great thing that was noticed by our spotter, Q-Tip, said that shots only 4 and 4 for the period, but I tell you there was a lot more action, a lot more shots towards the goal that just didn't make it there. But this is definitely playoff hockey.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, maybe not as much offense, but defensively you can tell that everybody is tightening up. They're stepping into the shooters early. They're tying guys up in front. So this is definitely, maybe not for the highlight TikTok type fans, but for the true hockey fans, this is definitely the type of game you want.
We got like a pitcher's duel going on.
Yes, absolutely.
Pitcher's duel, a lot of defense, but what a two great representative organizations in the Stanley Keg Finals this year.
All right, getting ready to drop the puck for the second period. I just did want to say, Benny, you look great. That jacket is too fresh.
I am just an accoutrement for you. Ooh, that's a big word.
You have to look that up.
Yeah. But again, hey, thanks to everybody who's watching, and thanks to all the flashing. Okay, we're good?
All righty. All right, first whistle in the second period.
Offside.
2-0, home team. Lining up for a face-off just outside the zone. I will say that Dave P has definitely been improving his face-off game.
As he loses that one.
As I lose that one.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dave.
I saw a little tin of some pine tar going over to the bench for Slick Rick. I don't know. We'll have to have that check like Brett. Who was it, Brett? George Brett. I'm sorry, George Brett for the Kansas City Royals. You youngsters, check that out on the YouTube using the pine tar.
Simonelli, great pass up to Dave P. They're offsides. Dave P is just too damn fast for this ice.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about the chemistry that these Whalers have. Little research. The fire marshal and Mass Knights didn't do a lot of work today, did a lot of research, and did find out that amongst the 7 teams in MNL, the Whalers team chemistry for. They actually led the league with, how would you say it? The most complete team for the year, the most guys that showed up for the most weeks every year. So that chemistry is right there.
I'll tell you, locker room's a big part of this whole league. And if you enjoy the guys that you play with, and on and off the ice, you'll find reasons to lie to your family that there are no bye weeks, and you'll show up whenever you can.
Well said, Turtle. Well said.
Rubel keeps it in on the point, gets the puck down in the corner over to Slick Rick. Sugar breaking it up. You know he wants to get on the board here.
Guma trying to come late.
Leroy with a great breakup. Sugar fighting it through. And Rubel with an icing, but I'd rather do that than turn it over and give Sugar any type of momentum.
I will say the parity in this league from top to bottom over the 8 seasons that MNL's been around has shrunk. There's not your superstars that just run the league, and then your 9, 10, 11 rounders are just freaking ankle benders. That was Leroy, who's a later round pick, taking on the #1 player in the league, Sean Sugar Hardy, and without fail, thwarted him to a bad angle.
Yeah, and it's really gotten into the real deal breakers here are going to be with the general managers before the first pucks even drop. If you can get the right guys lined up together, it can make all the difference, because last year Sugar was the #1 overall pick. This year he was number 6, and that makes all the difference when you can pair him with a guy like Trent, who's coming in right now on the back check. J-Flo goes to work. Great pass to Rick, just sends it about a foot wide.
Normally, Rick does not miss from the high slot there. Maybe a little nerves?
Yeah, I think he just wants it too much. J-Flo, nice patience, gets it over to Hal, who had 2 goals in his last game. Thanks a lot, Hal.
What a great season Hal had on the year. I think he had 4 or 5 goals, probably a dozen assists.
Yeah, he's definitely the mirror to the Guma for their other top line. Not afraid to get in front of the net, not afraid to bang bodies. Kept in by Leroy at the point. Great job. J-Flo battling down in the corner, and they wrap it around. Let's see if the defenseman can hold it.
Keeps it in.
Oh, good positioning by
Coach
the ref.
Brandon.
He saw that.
Coach Brandon, good keeping. Streaking down, Troy Otto gives it back up to Trent.
Trent comes in wide.
Look at the reach on this guy.
Safe play by Johnny G. Just put it in the corner. Goose and Troy. Breaks it up to Simmer again. He's been on the right wing all night. Just
nice
breaking
pass.
things out.
Great pass by Simonelli.
Dave P. down in the corner. Pearson tries to break it out. You can really tell that the Whalers' game plan is just get pucks deep and make their defensemen play it.
Turned back in by Simonelli. Looking for a streaking Dave P. going to the net. Nice defensive play. Who was that? Lee Hughes?
Looks like Piercy. Or maybe Hughes, yeah.
Yeah, nice defensive play, tying up a stick.
And then an icing. Way to go, Hughes.
5 minutes into period number 2, we still stand at 2-0 Whalers.
Yeah, you can tell the first goal obviously being power play goal, not unexpected. The shorthanded goal definitely swung the momentum, but as soon as that second period started, this game is locked tight. Dave P. and Rakowski line up for the face-off.
Ever since you mentioned Dave P. being a great centerman, he hasn't won a draw.
Yeah, I'm trying to indirectly ruin his chances of winning this keg.
Nice back check by Simonelli, bounces it up.
Oh my
Great play
goodness.
up to Goose.
Goose. He's definitely going to have to hit some off-season conditioning. He should have got that. Simmer can't do it all by himself.
I will say one of the 2 paid attendants for tonight is a friend of Goose, of the female variety.
Oh, Troy puts a weak backhand shot on Johnny G. Obviously, he's going to save that. And here we go. I feel like I'm a broken record. Simmer breaking up the right side. Look at that. Oh, the no-move.
Almost had Piercy on that.
If Piercy would have done a podcast.
2-0 going the other way. Rakowski, bad angle. Shot.
Oh,
just missed by a mere quarter of an inch.
You
or
gotta
4
hit
feet.
the net. You got to hit the
feet.
net on that. Rakowski better get a verbal lashing from his teammates. Guma says it's okay. I know he doesn't really mean that.
I think he could have easily slid that over to Guma.
Yeah.
But you take the shots when you can get them, I guess.
Yeah, if you could shoot like him, you take it. But I'm not trying to go one-on-one with Johnny G.
I love
Send
how
the
they
puck
got,
over.
on this line here for the North Stars, they got Guma center and Trent and Sugar.
Yeah, that's an MNL style hockey I've been really preaching, is that you send your lower end rounds at center and just make them skate from goal to goal, and then let your
Nice
high end
pass.
guys run it. Rick, beautiful shot.
Nice shot by Pengrazi.
Whoever the goalie is,
Pengrazi.
apparently. Their fourth goalie. Now it's looks like Cam's in net.
Nice play by Pengrazi, staying tall, taking the angle away from Slick Rick in the high slot again.
Oh, I think the refs were thinking what I was thinking, is this game's getting boring with all these icings. Just wave them off and make these losers play. Trent keeps the puck in. Rubel and Rick are really keeping their eye on Trent because you don't want him getting hot. Rick breaking it out.
He's got a 3-on-2 going.
Maff just getting in too deep.
Nice move.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy. Oh, boy.
Oh, he took the dog for a walk right there, boys.
And that's why they pay Rick the big money as the #1 pick overall in MNL.
Unbelievable.
What a shot. What a rocket. An
I'm
absolute
glad.
laser.
I'm glad you guys did not ask me who I thought was going to win, because I was going to be 3 goals wrong right now. Holy smokes. The Whalers are just in complete control of this game.
Jump up to a 3-0 lead. They had a 3-on-2 on there. Slick Rick put it on his own shoulders and just absolutely wired a shot over the glove hand of Pengrazi.
Yeah, speaking from personal experience, you just, as Maff the defenseman or any defenseman, you cannot let Rick walk in that low. You got to challenge him at the blue line, and hopefully he doesn't just melee you, or what's that, nutmeg?
Yes.
How's your
nutmeg.
son's soccer?
Career's over.
All over.
Career's
Good.
over.
Beer league?
It will happen.
Good. Good for him. Puck
Yeah,
down to Sikorsky.
Just going back on that goal, Slick Rick, he said it, put his head down, had a full head of steam from the far blue line, and really used the guys on the off wing and looked them off, and it just whistled one by.
Yeah. Oh, a little more pressure. Dave P. racing for the blue line, keeps the puck in. And, ooh, good call by the refs.
Just out of play. Just out of play. From some fan from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, got himself a M&L puck.
Lining up in the offensive zone. And Dave P., we'll call that a win on a faceoff.
Nice job by Goose getting in on there on a draw and then throwing a good shot on net. Another icing coming up here.
So we're halfway through the game, and 3 goals it's not nothing. But what do the North Stars have to do to get back in this so we're not bored for the next hour?
I think the North Stars got to get their top-end players playing like top-end players. They got to get Sugar not just hustling through the neutral zone, but putting pressure on the net. You got to get guys like Trent driving to the net, taking guys with them, and then looking off and throwing it out in the middle for an easy goal by Goom.
Oh, no, there's your boy.
There's Simonelli.
Simmer.
Called him before the game. He was going to be a difference maker. Simonelli bangs home a rebound here, puts the Whalers up 4-0. I can't think in the 8-year history of this league somebody coming back in the playoffs with a 4-0 from a 4-0 deficit.
Well, I hope they do it soon, because this is getting pretty ugly, and we're going to run out of things to talk about. We're going to start talking about families and what we're doing for the rest of the week, because I feel bad for these guys, and I definitely don't want Dave P to win. Come on, let's go. Puck gets deep for the Whalers. Maff looking to redeem himself. Breaks it up to Sugar.
This is
Sugar
the guy's
says,
got to get going.
Oh, change of pace. Rubel is scary. Nobody wants to go one-on-one with him.
North Star's got to start showing some urgency. We're coming back the other way 2-on-2.
Oh, learn from your mistakes. Oh, there we go.
Block. That's Maff's 4th block shot of the game.
Oh, tries to cut Rick with his blade. I'll take it. Trent winding up. Well, look at these North Stars. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, Whalers. 4 jerseys in the
Did you see the intensity on Leroy's eyes as he was just marking Sugar on that? There we said, no way Sugar's getting around me.
Yeah, absolutely. This is team defense at its
Oh,
finest.
it bounced one off Aguma's dome.
Break it out to Slick Rick. Poor Maff on an island all night.
1-on-3. Cuts to the middle. Just no sustained pressure from the North Stars.
Not at all. They can't get any breakouts. And that's good to go. Ooh, I would have let that slide.
Puck out of play. So 3:44 left in period number 2. Whalers in a commanding lead 4-0.
Yeah, out shooting them, out zone time, just about everything. Let's hopefully the game doesn't get ugly. Hopefully the North Stars can pick it up a little bit, maybe get one on the board and make this a little story.
Listen, we do play a best 2 out of 3 series. This is not a one and done. So maybe you set the tone as a North Star. You take it upon yourself and you set the tone for games 2 and 3.
Yep, it's all about momentum.
You know, back in the old days when the Montreal Canadiens played the Quebec Nordiques and things got out of hand in games 1 and 2, you ran somebody, you ran a goalie, you grabbed Panty out of the penalty box and beat them to a pulp. Whatever it takes, there needs to get a spark happening here for the North Stars.
Yeah, there's definitely some shrugged shoulders, and it's a gruesome sight. Hopefully the old Rakowski doesn't come out and drill somebody through the boards here. Puck down deep for, looks like Dave P. just playing that 200-foot game. Held in by Brawny. Brawny to Troy. Troy shot by
Nice quick
Hughes.
shot by Hughes.
This second unit's really taking it upon themselves to change the momentum.
Whalers are just not allowing them any second chances. They're clearing those pucks. They're boxing out the guys out in front. They're getting one and dones. Johnny G is a good enough goalie. He's going to stop the first shot, probably the second shot, but they need to manufacture some third and fourth shots and put somebody on their ass and then put the puck in the net.
Yeah, you're not going to beat him straight up on the first shot. It's got to go from side to side. You basically need him completely out of the net to have a chance to put one in on him. Hughes and Sikorsky rubbing out in the boards there.
That's good playoff hockey.
Back to Piercy. Piercy with the red helmet. And looks like it's going to be an ice from Sikorsky. Right pass. Oh, looks like Pengrazi's back in net.
The Whalers are settled in. They'll play the rest of the game, throwing the puck down the ice. Taking icings, taking 30, 40 seconds off the clock in big chunks. Just a lifeless, listless North Star team.
Yeah, it's a coward's way to play, really.
You wouldn't get that if we were in the finals.
Not at all. If it was my team, I would ice it every time.
Maybe Pengrazi should shoot the puck.
Well, if they get a goal after this, he gets an assist. And his assist is gone. Sugar coming in, streaking up the outside.
He needs. That's the speed he needs. LePoudre jumping up in the play.
Guma clogging up the front of the net.
Again, one shot, no rebounds. The Whalers collapse around Johnny G and just not letting second chances in.
Yeah, if there's no rebounds, the guy like Guma just doesn't really have much to do for you, much to offer. So he's doing a good job by screening the goalie, but he's got to have a rebound to be able to contribute.
You know, these teams really mirror themselves. The top two guys for both teams are top 5 in scoring, 6 in scoring. They both have their Gumas, they both have their Hals, they both have their Rubles. But right now, it's just the top end performers from the Whalers are outperforming the North Stars.
Trent Young down in the corner.
10 seconds to go in the period.
Hale clears it out.
Enough time. We got 11 seconds to go one-on-one.
Poor Math.
Oh! Just rings one off the far post.
Pengrazi is kissing that post right now. 1 second left.
Wow. A little excitement towards the end of the period. It's a goalie's favorite sound. Ring one off the post.
Yeah, Pengrazi. Poor Math. I mean, that was, what, the fourth time that he had to go one-on-one with Rick. I mean, I get that the team needs to play aggressive, but they got to have some guys supporting him. He's on an island back there.
Yeah, but at this point in the game, Turtle, at 4-0, I think you send. What's the difference if you lose 5 or 6 or 7-0? You got to manufacture some offense. I think you get a guy like Troy Otto. He's got to get on his guys right now, not rely on his co-GM Piercy to give this eloquent speech, but motivate those dudes to get going. Listen, I don't have to tell you, reaching the Stanley Keg Finals, I mean, that's the pinnacle of M&L Beer League hockey. And to see an effort like this from the North Stars, I wouldn't give that effort. You wouldn't give that effort. Little disappointed in the team that's shown up today.
Yeah, and you're right about the intermission speech given by the coach. They didn't even let Piercy in the circle. He had to go line up at the face-off before they'd start talking.
I actually saw him go back to the locker room. They banished him to the locker room.
Line up. Oh, Dave P won another face-off. I was right. Oh, we got a high stick by Guma. Going to get waved off by Coach B playing that.
Nice, rubbed off.
Guma.
There's some hard-hitting action. A little fucking fisticuffs, a little slash by Guma.
Robbins racing.
Love it. This might be the spark that the North Stars needed. I love that gritty play by Guma. One of the most hated and feared men in all of M&L.
Oh, yeah. If he's not on your team, you don't like him. But if he's yours, he wants the puck. He's got some unfinished business with Coach B. Piercy over to Brawny. Brawny up to Rakowski. Oh, man. Yeah, these Whalers are
nice back checking.
Yeah, team defense. They're just swarming on the puck carriers.
Can't say enough about the performance of Simonelli this year. He's been fantastic.
Streaks to the net.
Look at that guy.
Shot.
Just one time in.
Sikorsky puts it down in the corner, and the North Stars are going to regroup.
Get that 1-2-2 forecheck for the Whalers going.
Yeah, I saw it on the whiteboard in the locker room. They drew it up. I think they were watching YouTube videos. Got an icing.
They're watching old Troy Otto videos.
It's the videos he uses for his U8 mites. Don't want to overcomplicate it for the hockey IQ we have in this league.
So, 4-0, 13 minutes, 30 seconds to go in period number 3. Relatively low shot total, even for our league. But of the 12 shots the Whalers have, 4 have gotten by. That doesn't say very well for shot percentage, goals against average.
No.
There's
shot
a nice save,
from Roy on the point. And that's all it takes. Sometimes you get one big save, breakout, and here we go. 1-on-1, top scorer, top defenseman. And again, Johnny G just plays it back to safety. Oh, nice tip by Trent in front.
Nice pass by Troy for the late man.
If you see the lineups, they've demoted Guma to the second line and put Troy. So Troy thinks that he's able to distribute on that top line. Let's see if he's right. Oh!
Good shot by Lapudre, just missed.
Maff tries to keep it in. J-Flo cherry picking in a 4-0 game.
He wants the hat trick.
Hey, I don't blame him. Hal's outscoring him so far.
No, J-Flo's got 2.
In the playoffs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Trent circling back. Winding up.
So he's got to get Sugar going here.
Oh, gives it up to Troy, who's standing flat-footed at the blue line. Troy wraps it around to Trent. Up the half ball, gets Sugar in the slot. Oh, that's not the shot you want.
No traffic out in front. Relatively easy save for Johnny G.
Yeah.
Just kind of a lackluster performance by these guys so far.
Yeah, I will say, though, if Guma was in front of the net, that probably would have better screen shot, but Troy's off in the corner waiting for a one-timer from a bad angle. So we'll see if that pays off in the long run.
Whalers just playing Whaler hockey out there, getting off to a lead, settling down and playing good defense.
Rakowski won that face-off going forward, which technically I guess would be a Dave P win, and puts a shot on net. Johnny G swallows up the rebound.
Johnny G, a top contender for the Kevin Swanberg Vezina Trophy, along with Santi and Kayla.
Yeah, I mean, I could speak from firsthand experience. Johnny G is the type of goalie that can literally win you hockey games in this league. I mean, he does everything except for score goals, but he can make you in a 1-0, confident 1-0 win every week. So
yeah, he's got a Stanley keg in his past with the Nordiques way back in the day. That would have been about 2009. No, I'm sorry, Americans, 2018.
Oh, nice. Happy for him as well. Happy for all our keg winners.
We're not that happy though. Oh, one day.
Coach B shoots it at a ref. I thought that was uncalled for.
He probably deserved it.
Oh, and Goose. He's just
nice.
Getting sassy.
Look at the
here.
silky mitts on this guy.
And why would you pass it when you're on a 1-on-3? I would just hold on to it and try and shoot it.
Rumor is he gets those silky mitts from the amount of Vaseline he uses on his hands every night.
Oh, I would love to get that image out of my head. Thank you so much. But when it's 4-0, you got to talk about something. Come on, North Stars. Oh, don't play that. Sikorsky up to Goose. Goose on a 3-minute shift. Up 4-0. You can tell that he's out here for his team. Dumps it down in the corner.
Look at the battle out front. Brawny and
Simonelli.
That's just clean, hard play. 2 veteran, grizzled guys fighting for an inch.
Now you got to think that one of these guys on the top line for the North Stars is going to be able to crack, but they just have no chemistry right now. It's like they want to pass, but it's not connecting. Rick coming in on a 1-on-3.
Nice little poke check by Pangrazzi.
So when
Settling the play down.
when you have two higher-end talent guys like that can both skate, I think the refs are going to let you play a little bit. And Trent definitely took some frustration on him. Pretty Ricky put him in the boards.
Nah, even so, our full-time refs and our volunteer refs, I think we do a great job as a whole on knowing who's going after who. And you can allow a little more leeway when you got two top-end players going.
Yeah, guys who actually have Google history on hockey.
Yeah, I mean, perfect example. You get two studs like Hal and Guma. You give them a little more leeway.
Absolutely. Oh, Rick back on defense. Oh, he just broke Troy's ankle. That is definitely going to make the highlight reel.
Let's earmark that for Live Barn tomorrow.
8:54 in the third period.
Let's earmark that. That will be all over the Live Barn. I think Chad has already put an asterisk on the time.
That was part of our MNL and one mixtape. In comes Lepoudre. Oh, and these guys just cannot get a good shot off.
Nope, Whalers clogging up the middle, not letting good shots up.
Hale decides to hold off for the puck. Smart
he was
play.
sprinting up the left wing.
Troy's just dying for one of his top guns to get open. It seems like these guys don't even want the puck. But Lepoudre says, I'll rip it from anywhere. Guma purposely lets that come out of the zone. Smart play.
Just barely. I thought Matt, for leaving him out on an island many times today, Matt's had a pretty good game. He's blocked at least 4 shots today.
Yeah, he's definitely not complaining about it. It's just not an easy task. Sugar curling in.
There's a penalty.
Oh, good dive by Sugar.
That's going to put
to get the rest.
That's going to put Goose in the box for 2 minutes or less. Upended Sugar as he was streaking across the blue line. Hey, you know what happened the last time the North Stars were on the power play?
Oh my goodness!
They gave up a goal.
Please not 5-0. Kevin Orpel emphatically calls a trip.
Goose absolutely denies that was him.
Goose, you think that was legit? Thought he dove.
All right.
Look at that stride from Piercy.
He's been working at the Susie Sanitate Power Skating School.
I heard he had his dog in skating lessons. Sikorsky breaks it up. And Brawny says, let's just play the dump and chase game here.
Right now, the North Stars got to send 2 guys in on the puck, gain control, and have some O-time presence.
Piercy breaks it up, and Dave P. is just
outworked.
In complete control of this power or
just
penalty
outworked
kill.
By Dave P. there.
The problem is when you have your top guys out there for a 5-minute shift, they don't have enough gas.
We're pulling the goalie with 6 minutes to go. Sugar out on the power play going 6-on-4.
I love it. Uh-oh, bounced off.
No icing on that. They're shorthanded.
No icing on the shorthanded.
So a bold move. 6.5 minutes to go. The North Stars have pulled the goalie for an extra attacker, making a 6-on-4 during this power play. 6.5 to go. 4-0 Whalers.
Trent comes in, up the half wall. Sikorsky backs off. Sugar skates to keep it in. Oh, and he does not.
40 seconds to go on the power play.
Back to Matt Lepoudre. I really hope he cracks one open here.
Watch Trent.
Find it. There you go.
Rakowski, good shot on net. Kicked away by Johnny G. Kick save and a beauty.
Oh, kept in by Matt Lepoudre.
No one in front. No one in front.
Wrist shot from 20 feet away is just not going to beat this goalie.
That's out.
Uh-oh. Oh, Coach Brandon selfishly does not look up. That could have been a 5-0 game if he would have passed it to Rick, but some guys want all the glory.
5.5 minutes to go in period number 3. 8 seconds to go on the period to Goose, or on the penalty to Goose. Goalie still remains out.
Pettis is politely coaching from the sidelines over there.
Pettis,
nice.
You know what? He wants a franchise so bad he can't help himself.
I think he'd be a great GM. Rick sends it out of the zone, and that penalty is done for Goose.
6 on 5 players out on the field.
Troy decides to give it to J-Flow, see if they can kill some more clock. And
2 on 1. Give it to Hal.
give it to Hal.
That's it.
And Rick puts in an empty netter. Ooh,
Hal
gave him a little look like, hey.
Anticlimactic, but you know what? I think you have to slide it over to Hal.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to slide it over to the guy, right? Guy's been working like a dog all year. You reward him, but hey, I don't think Hal's going to complain if he's hoisting that keg a week from tonight.
I don't know. There's probably going to be some whispers in the locker room. You know, that's a good way to kill momentum of a 5-0 win, is having some negativity in the locker room from your lower-end guys thinking that Rick's out here just trying to do it all himself. So we'll see if that plays out for the rest of the series.
You know, it might be a point taken up in the article by Dickie Dunn tomorrow that Hal was just looked off as a nobody and just had Slick Rick just put it in himself.
Yeah, truthfully, if Dickie could just write really anything, if he just wanted to make something up so that we didn't have to remember this game, this is pretty boring. So hopefully they can score 2 goals every minute and make this some type of interesting. Trent comes in, throws it up front, broken up again by Rubel. Trent down in the corner with J-Flow.
Nice clear. See, Hal gives that puck up.
Oh, disrespectfully, Rick just dumps it away. He'd rather throw it away than pass to his teammates.
Rick's the kind of guy that won't even give you a reach around.
Now, I will say one thing about Sugar is that he does not care what the score is. He's still going to be playing hard and crashing the net, getting his stick up. There we go. Thank you, Sugar.
Someone's got to show a little fight.
I'm surprised Guma hasn't jumped in there yet.
Little fencing match out in front of the net.
There you go.
Cooler heads prevail.
Sugar gives Rick a little shot.
Oh,
he's bumping everybody on the way out.
Oh, I think Rick might have just pointed at the scoreboard.
What does that mean?
Not being on the other end of a lot of those games, I think it means you're up by 5.
I never knew what they were doing.
Right.
And Coach B wraps it around. Goose breaking up the zone. Over stick handles. Up to Dave P.
A streaking Dave P.
Dave P 1-on-3. Up to Guma.
You know, 3 years ago, Dave P wouldn't even, he would have dumped that puck in. But now with all this confidence, he's going to, I can go beat 3 guys.
Oh my goodness. Johnny G tried to play that. He said, let's just get out of here. This is completely boring for me.
So normal rules for MNL, when the game is within 2 goals, we have stop time over the last 2 minutes. Not the case today, Tim.
No. All right, Piercy, let's see if he has any jump in the next 2 minutes to give his guys some hope for next week. Ronnie, just behind Rakowski. Back to Ronnie. Let's try this again. We're going to go with the no dump and no chase. It's not the strategy I would have gone with, but back to Sikorsky, who sometimes looks like Rick because of the white helmet.
Yep. Easily get them confused.
We should put that on the docket for the Jersey Commission. We need M&L helmets.
Oh, look at Goose. This guy, look at this shit.
Goose is just
Are you kidding
dancing.
me?
Oh my goodness.
The Dave P. Goose connection, that shouldn't even be allowed.
That reminds me
of
the friend who goes to the bar with all the big fighter guys from the MMA and starts talking all this trash because he's so sweet. Kicking it from his skate to his stick, taking an awesome pass from Dave P., doing all the work, and then just stick handles 3 times right in front of, who's that, Pangrazi?
Yes. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
That was absolutely filthy and uncalled for to make it 6-0.
Coming in with a lot of speed. Guess who poke checks him? Simmer.
Yep.
I mean, he just has no fear from these high-end skaters.
I think you could classify Simmer as a high-end skater now.
Oh, way to go, dummy. You just upped your draft stock.
Yep.
Welcome to the 5th round.
That's all right. We drop now.
Yeah.
Oh, another penalty coming up. A little push in the corner.
Hopefully they can just run the clock out. Oh, I have a terrible angle. I can't see what's going on over there. Cam, jump up.
Off the Jumbotron, we believe there was some pushing and shoving, but that's going to call it. That's the end of this game. Game 1 goes to the Whalers, 6-0.
6-0.
2 minutes, cross check.
Oh, and
Just to get on the score sheet,
Sugar did it on the stat
Sugar
sheet.
gets a cross check with 0 time remaining.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'll keep it positive.
Yeah.
You know, the game, it happened, so that was cool. Shout out to the tech crew. Great camera work.
Absolutely.
The MVP of camera work, you should say.
Chad
That's
Polinsky.
right, Chad Polinsky's here.
Yeah, really, shout out to all the guys who are working behind the scenes. You know, you get the handsome face of Tim, you get the crazy jacket from me, but the guys behind the scenes, Dave P., he brought a microphone, so whatever. But Chad, Panny, Cam working, and then Q-Tip working. Really appreciate all you guys. It's a team effort to make this happen.
Oh, crew chief, crew chief.
So we're going to try and grab a Whalers player for a quick interview. We have the guy who really put his team on his back tonight, J-Flo. J-Flo, great game today. You guys cruised to a 6-0 victory. You had the first 2 of the game. What'd you see on those first 2 goals?
You know, just really got to go out there hard and attack the puck and play the right way and trust my teammates and, you know, a couple good breaks go my way. The puck goes in goal.
Thought you guys did a really good job in the defensive zone, clogging up the middle, and the back check was huge. You got Dave P., you got Simonelli, you got guys like Hal working a 200-foot game. Kind of makes your job easy. All you do is put the pucks in the net, but those guys really kept them to the outside. What could you say about the defensive performance you had?
200-foot game. That's when the Whalers are at their best. We got Hal going down there. We got Simonelli. We got Dave P. 200-foot game from all those guys.
So, last question. You guys are really 1 game away from hoisting that keg. You even thinking about that?
Oh, no. Game 2, 0-0. We just got to go out there and win it.
All right, great game.
All right, everybody. That is us signing off. Hey, refs, you have anything positive you want to say?
Anything positive?
Nice ref game.
Nice job.
Mike's going to have to come out with some game adjustments next week.
Yep.
Oh, the refs have some ideas for the North Stars. They might be, that sounds like a ref who's ready to get bribed. I love it. That's a little juicy topic.
So, with that being said, thank you for joining us on the MNL Twitch channel. Game 1 goes to the Whalers. They're 1 game away from hoisting the Stanley keg. Tim, the keg will be in the barn a week from tonight.
Oh my goodness. I hope that Dave P. accidentally touches that keg next week and
Jinxes
ruins
them.
everything.
Jinxes them. Well,
All right, signing off from Viking Arena. I'm Tim Turtle D'Onofrio.
Paul Bimboletti. See you next week, same time, same channel.
Drive safe.